May,
Hello.
maybe like the month. Hi, how are you?
May, just May. Okay, May.
Yeah.
I'm Ambarish.
Nice
Ambarish
to
Das.
meet you. Hare
Nice to
Krishna.
meet you too. Hare Krishna. Okay. So you're joining us from where, Auckland or some other part
Yeah,
of New
yeah.
Zealand?
No, from Auckland, from Auckland.
From Auckland. Lovely.
Yeah.
Have you got exposure to Hare Krishna before?
Yeah, my husband and we used to go to the temple, just like get like super busy, but we do yoga and I read the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we are just, trying to discover new things and learn more about the culture of Hinduism and how what's your view? What's the view of the religion itself? We hear a lot of stuff. We go to the festivals, but it's different when you really study, right?
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's
we
right.
want to learn.
Yes. Okay. That's good to hear because we are very education focused group,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
the
there are
way.
people, and there are many, all the participants are from different parts. There are some are from India, some are from Auckland, New Zealand, some are from Australia, and yeah, they'll be joining us
Nice.
there. Lovely.
Okay.
Okay, welcome. We'll see if you can participate, or at least you can listen to us how we are,
Yeah,
within this debate. Yeah,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going. What we're trying to achieve is that we're seeing on both the sides of the equation. With majority are going to say yes, it is true that we are in illusion, we are in Maya anyways, so education doesn't help us so much, to take out
Yeah.
illusion. Whereas I'm going to debate against it, against Prabhupada. So it's going to be a very uphill task for me, but it will be a sort of a good debate. We're hoping to be like that. Okay, all right.
Nice.
Okay,
Thank
all right then. Hare Krishna.
you.
Welcome.
Thank
Okay, dear devotees. Now, so this is the background that we understand now that um, 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 because knowledge is taken away by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness. So, what Prabhupada is writing here is that as it is, we are born in illusion. We don't understand the purpose of life. So, because we do not understand the purpose of life, we are struggling. Now, the modern education does not help us. Prabhupada is saying it doesn't teach us God consciousness. So, it's putting us under more illusion. So, first of all, as we discussed last week in our discussion, I'm going to speak against this. Okay, so I think Krishna Prabhu is also going to speak against me. He's my lone person yesterday. Last week he said yes, he'll speak against. So all of you are going to speak for Prabhupada, correct? Am I right? Just raise your hands like this. So you understand it. Whom are we fighting against? Debating against? Okay, all of you. All right. Okay. All right. That's fine. So as I said, the purpose here is that Srila Prabhupada would also do to understand the philosophy. Role play is very good. We have done it in the past, and I've been told many of you like it very much. Yeah, and you've been requesting let's have a role play, understand things better. So that's what we are going to do now, and we are live on YouTube now. It's going to remain there. So whatever you say is going to be recorded. Okay, you can't say please delete it after that. Right? Okay. All right. So I would start by saying now, saying that I am against it. So can you put some for you guys? Anyone who put argument for it? Who would like to do so, please? Who would be the courageous person to start? You're already afraid.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, great stuff. Let us start. Pradyumna Prabhu, going to start
Yes,
with the
shall I,
youngsters, with
shall I start
education,
like
with the
shall I start
with
with
the,
like a opening statement so then everyone can then start giving their
yes,
points?
yes. Up to you, please, please, sir. Because you've got your education background. You are engineer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So now, as an engineer, you're saying, well, it is putting onto illusion. So I would like to hear very much as a young person, why do you say like that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Prabhuji,
Thank you,
please,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Uh, Thank you, Purna Vidna Mataji and Krishna Samapan Krishna Prabhu,
Thank you.
for taking this
Please,
time.
please, please start.
Thank you,
Let's start
Mother.
a debate. Let's start a debate. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So, my opening point would be though all the universities and the education system that we have actually now, they are none of them are teaching about God. All of them are teaching about how to become a follower and not in a good way. Like the earlier system was that everyone was taught to become a leader, to lead society. Now no one is giving education like that, and that's why there is no respect between teachers and students, and the whole concept is upward, upside down. It is not going, and there is no particular aim for humanity at this point. Like they have to do this, they have to do this. They are just exploring new things and making their own short term goals and just trying to achieve that. So that would be my opening statement, so then we can contribute. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. Who would like to add to this? Or you want us to challenge it straight away?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I would like to
Yes,
add to
please,
it.
Prabhu.
And due to this, due to the modern teachings of universities focused on self, like how can I earn more? How can I become better? Due to this, there are many problems in the society. Corruption is there, social degradation is there, and inequality and lack of problems are there into social society because of no spiritual responsibilities. Like they don't teach how to carry forward a society while also carry forwarding yourself. So these are the points that I have. Without lack of spiritual knowledge and material knowledge is making problems in the society, and comes with the consumption of many resources also, degradation of nature, consumption of many resources.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so yes, anybody else would like to join in for the four part? Others would get now confidence to speak. Because mark you, I'm going to go on this. Okay, you guys be very careful. We have to understand these concepts very, very well. Because all of anyone who comes in Hare Krishna, we can one time or other you're going to preach and reach out people. It's best that we understand these concepts very well. Okay? That's the only idea.
Hare Krishna
Anybody
Prabhuji.
else, please? Yes, mother, please.
Yes, Prabhuji, we also have many historical evidence which says that people were very happy uh, when they were following the spiritual things, and the education was spiritually oriented. But now, as education is more over, people are more becoming more arrogant. They don't even think that they want to go for they don't want a spiritual point to it. They just they want success. They want to boost their confidence by increasing more and more knowledge. But the historical evidence clearly mentioned that people were very happy and there were harmonious societies all over the world. But as this material growth has increased and material education has increased, people are more towards they are becoming more egoistic and arrogant as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Well, I would now should get a chance. Three of you folks are speaking. I'm itching to go in. I feel and I believe, in my opinion, all of you are arrogant people. You are all educated people. Do you go to work? Shushti Mataji, mother, you go to work? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you go and earn money, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And you are speaking such nice English language, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And operating Zoom, and you can afford to operate Zoom and mobile phone and smartphones and all that, correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Same thing with you also, Pradyumna Prabhu and Deepa Prabhu, you youngsters. Both of you are engineers, correct? All three of you are engineers. Am I
Yes.
right? All three are engineers? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Pradyumna Prabhu, am I right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What about Deepa Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, you are right.
And then you are saying, oh, I've not done my education, but education is wrong. So what do you want to do? You are sitting here nicely, being educated, and criticizing education. Is this what your Krishna consciousness has taught you? Rather than being humble and say, yes, thank you, you are saying it is criticizing this? Yes, please.
So
Don't raise your hand. Just speak. Just speak. Don't raise your hand. Just speak. Yeah.
yes, so the only point, the only thing where I've taken the education is because I wanted to survive in the world because of the social norms that are created now. That I want to earn money and I have to, for that I have to take education. But uh, apart from universities, there are many things that I have learned that I have not studied ever in the university. They were just having some course, you learn that, you pass the exam, and you take a job. But there are things that like there are very few things that I have learned from the university, more from what I have experienced, what I have interacted with people, and what I have learned myself.
Yes. Okay. So what you are saying is that not everything that you have studied is helping you in your life, present life, like job or something. Correct? Am I right?
Yes.
So can you give an example of it, please?
Mm. Yeah, there were like many subjects, but you only have to like there were more of theoretical knowledge, but the real knowledge is that uh, the tool that you're working on or some software or technology you're working on, it helps. You're studying 12, 13, 14 years some different subjects, some various subjects, but only hardly 1 or 2% of them are really helping you to earn money.
So what would you rather do? You must start. You started with the kindergarten, go to kindergarten, KG,
Yes,
and what engineering you did?
a mechanical engineer.
So you are saying that as a small kindergarten student, you should not be taught Baba, black sheep, heavy any wool, A B C D E F G, 1 + 1 is equal to 2. You should have
No,
been taught
no,
mechanical engineering straight away.
no. I'm not saying that, but it does not get better as it goes. Like you should be taught because those are the basics. You should learn ABCD. You should know basic math formulas. They are the building blocks, but it does not get very like particular at the end. In the end, also it is very valid.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. That that's quite an interesting observation because it may depend on what people do for education. You may
So
feel
sorry, he's Krishna Samabha Krishna Prabhu. He's against with me. He's in my team. Yeah, he's saying that no education. This is wrong statement by Srila Prabhupada. Okay, right. Yes, please continue. Thank you.
yeah, Hare Krishna. Depending on your pathway, if you decided to do engineering and you feel that most of the stuff that you learn in engineering is not applicable to real life. I like to disagree as someone who did a more philosophical subject. You know, I find that the concepts that I learned, for example, in psychology, are very applicable to real world life and has made me broaden my thinking and my decision making a lot. Not, you know, working tools or whatever you do in mechanical engineering. So I don't think it's fair to say that, you know, as you get into university and stuff, your learning becomes less. In fact, I think it gets even more. Maybe you did the wrong degree. Hare Krishna.
Ooh. Now the Deepak Prabhu is going to say something. Yes, please.
Prabhuji, our statement is not that education is wrong, but education is right, but it lacks many things. It's not complete and proper. It lacks many things. Like we have studied Baba Baba, Black Sheep, ABCD, etc. We've also studied that theory of evolution. Like we came from monkeys. Okay, we studied many things in engineering. I'm not saying that my engineering is not coming in handy for me. I can build any apps, I can earn, I can do many things, but I'm also confused by that education. Now I am studying and digging more deeper. I find that we don't come from, like we don't originate from the so-called monkeys. I have many points on that. There is one documentary also. So there are evidences of that. We were taught that wrong. So we were confused. And after that, uh, what I can say, we are not taught like what is the purpose of life. We are taught how this thing work. Okay, this thing work. So why do we exist? Like, what am I? Like, how did we come? Why do we exist? So we are taught on how thing works, how we can earn, how we can do, but the why is missing in our education. My point is that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Deepak Prabhu. That's a very good point. Krishnadas, thank you very much for your points too. So then you are saying that the theory of evolution, which we have been taught in the school, is making you confused because it did not give you the right answers. You say that we are not born from apes. So can you prove it? We can prove it with Homo sapiens. We can prove all these things, including we can also prove that there are dinosaurs skeletons been found. We can prove it. So can you prove it?
Yes,
Your
there are
Krishna
evidences.
consciousness is true and
There
the
are
theory of evolution
evidences.
is wrong.
Prabhuji, there are evidences of finding humans footprints or like we can say the skeletons. Like there are like if we compare the timeline of Homo sapiens and the timeline does not match with the evidences. We existed before that.
Also,
Civilizations were there.
you're saying it is wrong.
Yeah, it's
It's a
wrong.
conspiracy theory. You're a conspiracy theorist. Okay, well, we can say that education is evolving. Yeah. So, but today, because of education, you are able to speak and think, no? You can challenge things. You can debate yourself to say that is right, this is wrong. But how can you blanket wise say that it is Maya illusion? I challenge all of you. Can you all make sure that nobody is educated in your homes? Can you all give up your degrees and say I'm not uneducated? If you are so anti-education to say it is illusion, so give it up. Put your money where your mouth is. He said, I'm not educated anymore. I do not know anything. So I'm not going to not educated. Full stop. Give it up. You can't have both ways. Am I right? Is it fair? Tell me, is it fair, all of you?
Uh, I partially agree to what you're saying, but the point is that education is not really needed to earn money. Just yesterday, I was reading an article that a Pani Puri wala in CP, Pani Puri is like a Delhi chaat, that person was earning around 40 lakh per annum. simply without any education or so. And this is just one example. There are countless examples you'll find in the society of people not having more than like a 10th grade degree or so, and they are making more money than probably us MBA grads are in that sense. So to that extent, uh, a social society pressure or a society philosophy that we think that we need a degree and we need this thing to earn money. But really, earning money is not earning money. Education is not a prerequisite to earning money. And in our colleges also, we, as President Prabhu was saying, that very small portion of what we are studying is used in our jobs. The philosophy of getting a job from any institute is that whatever you learn on the job itself. And really, like very little portion of what we're studying is used. It's just supporting what Deepak Prabhu was saying, that it's just like an empty box wrapped in a very fancy paper. It's just a tag, that's all, really. So
Thank you very much, Devanshi Mataji. Very nice, very nice. So you took an example of the Pani Puri, the chart, one of the charts, Indian chart maker is an illiterate person, a street vendor, illiterate person. He earns 4 million rupees per month, per year, whatever it is, yeah, per year. So why do you need education? That's correct. So I'm telling you, then why don't you become a chatwala? Start a stall. Why are you doing IIM? You are doing IIM, Indian Institute of Management. It's a big degree. Working so hard. Don't do it. And as it is now, today, as of today, the trend is this, that around the world, IIM management graduates are not getting jobs. They don't want management graduates. Engineers also they do not want. They want highly specialized, skill-based workforce. So you're right, it's going to come that way. So what I'm saying is, why don't you start selling chart?
because Prabhuji, education has made me risk-averse. So I don't have the ability to just leave everything, because this is the vicious cycle that education has trapped us in, because it's such an expensive degree. You can't just leave everything and go start a stall, even though
But
I know for
40
a
lakh,
fact.
4 million rupees is, you must have spent 4 million, 5 million, 6 million. In 1 year, 2 years time, you'll be able to give away. If your chart, if your Indian, Golgappa, Pani Puri is very tasty. A lot of people will come. You can export also. Pani Puri. You come to New Zealand also. You learn so many. Why 4 million? You learn 50, 40 million. You'll pay up your mortgage. So start your education. Forget about education. Start your Golgappa business, chart business. What do you say? Am I right?
Uh, You are absolutely right, Prabhuji. It's just that I, as an individual, and a lot of people as individuals, don't possess the don't possess the this thing courage to do it. And that is also a product of this education system, because we've been
Oh,
made to at ourselves as employees, or like very few people also have the courage to get out of the system and start their own business. So like, let alone starting a chart business or whatever.
yeah, I think Krishnadas is jumping now. This is what he always says. Education is no good, He's finished, he doesn't want to do. We said, no, do this. He said, no. So he's going to have some say, I think. Krishnadas, the floor is yours. You got to say, please. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, I think a few people raised their hands before me as well. Do we
No,
go to?
just say your point. You
Okay.
said before this, yeah.
Yeah.
And others can join after that. I'll keep quiet, then others can have their points. Thank you.
Yeah, and everyone else, feel free to say your points. No need to raise your hands, because it gets lost. We won't be able to cover everyone one at a time. So please feel free to jump in when the other person completes. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Just on the topic of discussion here, Prabhupada is saying that education increases one's illusion, right? And that it's impediments to the path of God consciousness. So does that mean that someone who's non-educated but who becomes very successful and very wealthy, does that mean that they're not an illusion? Does that mean that they're closer to God consciousness than someone who's educated? So then what's wrong with being educated compared to someone who's earning money without an education? That's one point. Second point is that we're saying that education is wrong, education is bad. As my father mentioned, the fact that we are able to be literate, do all these things, think for ourselves, be independent, speak, fancy words, etc., have the ability to think from different perspectives, the communication, everything, interpersonal skills, social skills, all these things do come from education. If we say that, education is something that's so bad, that, we're in a vicious cycle, that we can't even get out of the cycle, it's teaching us to be in the cycle, we're in the matrix, or whatever you want to call it, I think it's a bit, some ownership has to be taken on yourself, to be in the position that you're in and the decisions that you make. You can't blame it all on education, So Prabhupada is saying that education increases one's illusion. I'm saying that one's education actually makes me think more, and the decisions that I make are then my own decisions, because I have the ability to think from different perspectives, which is what I got from my education. So those that are non-educated are actually more an illusion. That's why I feel. Hare Krishna.
Good. Thank you very much. And just my one cent word, and then I'll keep quiet. But yeah, I'm just telling you, all of you are youngsters. So you will have your education, you will have your family in the future. So make sure your children are not educated. Don't send them to any education institution. Please make sure. We'll see how much you are putting your money where your mouth is. Correct? Then you cannot say, oh, well, it is not my alone decision, it is decision of my partner also, and all these things. I agree with you. But if you're so strong about it, do it then. Okay, thank you very much. Is my 2 cents worth. Now others that raise their hands, please jump in.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Prabhuji, we are not opposed of education. Like we want our children to be educated, but not modern education. It lacks a thing. Education is right, but modern education is not complete. It lacks many things. We are saying that it teaches
So
us many things, but it lacks many things also.
Okay, sorry, Prabhuji. So modern education lacks many things, but education is fine. So what's the difference between modern education and your definition of education?
Modern education is like what we study in universities, right? Modern education comes like it's basically teaching on how to earn, how to do this, how to do that without society values. Society values are not lacking there. From the Gurukula system, if you look, there were society values also, apart from teaching also. Like now I am an engineer, I have some skills to do things, right? In Gurukul system, they were Kshatriyas, they learn to use different weapons, fight. There were skills also. Skills are now here also. But there were values at that time that helped the society to grow as a whole. The values are here lacking. Here we are taught greed. Ki I should earn, you should become okay, you should become topmost, you should become this. We are lacking that thing. So education is right, but modern education, Prabhupada here mentioned modern education is presenting impediments. It doesn't say education is presenting impediments.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for your point. Yeah, Pradyumna Prabhu wants to say something. Then after that, I think Varun Prabhu also raised his hand. So, and Om Prabhu as well, I believe. So you all can say points.
They all
Yes,
will
sir.
have field time and we'll massacre them all together. Come out all together. We'll see.
Yes, Prabhuji. I agree with what Deepak Prabhu is saying and what Divyanshi Mataji told, that uh, education, it is just a tag that is given by a society. You don't, like, the actual point of discussion is that it is an impediment to the path of God consciousness. So education is not a prerequisite to be a God conscious. And most of the universities, like, for example, before, everyone was taught equal, then according to their consciousness, according to the how they perceive things, and how their nature is, they were decided if he'll be king, if he'll be a brahmana, if he'll be a shudra, if he'll be a business classman. So it was according to that, like a child of a king and a child of a brahmana, they were studied at the same university. And the universities that are now, not completely, but mostly, if you have more money, you get into a better university. If you have less money, you cannot get even an education. So there are many things that are also required to go into the universities. And the system is not so good that you become a very good product after coming out of the university.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Continuing,
Thank you. Yes, please.
Prabhuji, continuing the point of Pradyum Prabhu and Deepak Prabhu, as they said, that modern education, like education is not something we are against of. Yeah, we need to study ABCD, we need to study all our degrees and everything, because that is the only reason we are able to even debate right now in English. We studied it in our primary education, secondary education. That's perfectly fine. What I think is that people say that only education is very important to make you God conscious. No, because most of the education, the product of this modern education, they don't even consider God. They become atheists. They think that God doesn't exist. These are the byproducts of this education nowadays. And most important thing what I while studying about this is you know big doctors, big engineers and everything. There are going on ragging in colleges, bullying and ragging. So how come these people with so broaden up mindset, so much education, they tend to do this bad things or bad behaviors? I'm not saying that illiterates don't do that, but comparatively, most of the modern educated byproducts are doing similar things on broader scale. So they are in that illusion that they are more powerful, they have more brains, so they do tend to do these things of bullying and greed and making money out of wrong. Whereas we can see in villages, the gaonwalas, we say that those are illiterates. They are comparatively very kind. They are comparatively very honest. So as what I'm saying is, wisdom doesn't come from education, like reading so many modern books, having so many degrees. So that was, I think, the point. One who has wisdom, one who has honesty, will automatically uh, come out of illusion and get towards God. That kindness, that maturity is lacking. The selfishness, that power, hunger for power and money is coming through this education system. Now also we were debating about that Pani Puri wala has 40 millions and IIM graduates are coming lower in salary, which is fine. We need money to survive, but we are only recurringly doing things for money. So that is lacking, what I think, in modern education.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Uh, just adding on to what Om Prabhu was saying as well, like to address what Krishnadas Prabhu said, that the point of comparing somebody with an education and without an education is to simply understand the criticality of modern education in terms of earning income. So to that point, it's only necessary to the point of like conversing and having basic fundamental understanding. But other than that, like everything else is completely and utterly lacking in the education system. And Deepak Prabhu mentioned a point very initially that the education system only teaches us the how and not the why. And which is to say that uh, like even for a small semiconductor, like which is supposedly has become one of the backbones of all the electronic age and AI and everything. We want to know who has invented it. We want to know how it has come to be, who designed it. But for like every single element in the nature, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water, every single element in the nature has a cycle which replenishes it automatically without any human intervention. Every element gets replenished on its own. It has a cycle, and we all know about this. We've all studied this since like when we were in the 10th standard or 9th standard, but we never stop to think that how come such an intelligent system has come about to be, which replenishes itself without any human intervention. And coming to the point of illusion, just yesterday we had Ashneer Grover come to our college. If anyone knows here, he's the founder of Bharat Pay. He's an IIT graduate and an IIM
What
graduate.
Bharat Bhel?
Bharat Pay.
Pay, acha, pay.
It's a fine. It's a
I
company
thought he
for
was
like
chart person,
no. He's a
the
very
founder of some
famous.
chart company, Indian
Yeah.
food, fast food. No, okay.
He's one of the sharks on Indian Shark Tank. So he's a very famous person. Yeah. And one of the point during what he was saying, again, he's one of the most educated people from the top colleges of India. And he was saying that one thing all Indians should understand is that money is above everything. You should unconditionally love money. And that is the only rule. Everybody says that no, there are more things important than money, but no, that's a lie that people are telling you. Money is the most important thing. And that is sad enough. But I could see 80% of the people sitting in the audience, at least 1,000 people would be sitting in that audience, would be nodding. Yes, absolutely right. And that is the problem. That is the problem.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mother. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mother. So what is the problem? Without money, what can you achieve? You can't even work on your Zoom. You won't have able to pay your mobile phone. So that's what I'm telling you. It's a challenge to all of you. Give up money. One thing is to demean education system. Second is that your money is also no good. So what are you achieving then? What are you actually trying to say? So give it up. Give it up. Start living in a hut.
Yes, Prabhuji, but to say that money is not important is one thing. I'm not saying money is not important, but to say that it's above everything is an
Above everything.
extreme.
It's above everything. Money is above everything. Correct. 100%. I agree with this. Bhelwala. What is his name? Sorry. Is it
Ashneer.
Bhelwala?
No, it's not a Bhedwala. It's the founder of a company.
No, I was just pulling your leg. I understand. Who he is. That's right. Founder of a big CEO, Shark Tank. Very good. Shark. Yeah, of course, money is everything. Would you marry to a pauper? There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Money is not everything, but okay, marry a pauper. He'll love you very much. But I'll give you stars and moons. He will say, I'll have you nice pizzas every day. But there's no money in your dreams. Okay? So put your money where your mouth is. Thank you very much, Mother. Please excuse me. I'm just debating this point. Okay? Right. So Om Prabhu, you are saying this, that with all the education system that you have, there are so many problems with all the education system. People are fighting with each other, playing politics and all these things. Correct? Correct? Is what you're saying. Correct? Okay. No, fair enough. Fair enough. With education, they should not be fighting. And you are correct in saying that in education, nobody should be fighting, and but they are still doing it. But at the same time, there are so many problems in your religious institutions also. What kind of problems are there in religious institutions? Are you aware about this or not? Or you're too busy getting your degree? What is the education which you've got? You're also an engineer, right?
Yes.
What engineering have you done?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. After you become engineer, after finishing engineering, you are criticizing engineering. So you are saying that educated people should not fight. I agree with you. You don't require education not to fight. People should be sane enough. You are agree. I agree with you. Okay, you should be very wise enough. Okay. But it's a part of Kali Yuga. Everybody's fighting. And there's the kind of situation happens in the religious institution. Are you aware about this?
Yes, come to
Worst kind.
things.
Worst kind, the priests, whether they are Christians, whether they are Muslims, whether they are Hindus, whether they are Jews, They're raping small kids, man. Excuse me, I don't make a blanket statement. Please excuse me. But what I'm trying to say is this: these are the documented proof. I'm not creating something new. Why are you doing this? Can I say the same thing about you or not? If you're criticizing that education should be doing this, religion should not be, but why are you not giving a proper example to the society? What answer have you got for this?
Prabhuji, I want to
No,
counter.
sorry, mother. Excuse me. I'm just holding him for this point. He says his point, so I'm telling him. And then you can defend him. I'm just wanting his response. My point is done. Yes, Om Prabhu, please. What do you have to say to
So,
this?
what I think is in current situation, people don't think much of this religious priest or anyone. But as Mataji said, that Ashnir Grover or any other person with so much of achievement and so much of degree, people think of him as a leader, as a someone who is leading from front. So that's where the point comes that these priests doing things will automatically attack that this religious people, this Dhongis Babas are doing such things. So we should go for educated person, the
Yes, that's
educated,
right.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
You lead by
yes,
example. You can't criticize this. You said that educated people, you people are educated and you're fighting. I'm saying you
but
guys are worse.
but Prabhuji, what I'm saying this uneducated, illiterate Babas are उनकी चीजें पता चल जाती है but these very achieved big politicians, big IAS officers, IPS doctors, even in Nagpur there was case that a psychologist or a doctor, a psychiatrist doctor who was running his clinic, he was raping the women's doing these things. So
Yes.
it comes forward at a very long period of time. He did like 100 to 50
Yeah. So what is the
yeah,
difference between educated this thing, educated doctor, as you say, and your religious person? He's doing the same thing. Why are you criticizing?
Can I jump in?
You've got skeletons in your cupboards too.
Can I jump in, bro?
Just 1 second, 1 second. And again, the same way that you're because of you people, not you means you. I'm saying that the God has become religion has become bad name. So if today education people are following this professionals and all those people and the people who are rich, they're following them. So why don't you become role models? Who's stopping you from becoming role models? Tell me.
probably we already have role models who have never done these things. He also, like Srila Prabhupada, he has very much created books for
Yeah.
us. Everything is set up how to know that this one is Dhongi and this one is the right person. Even in our scriptures, there is written. We are not studying our scriptures. We are busy studying, as you said. I was busy studying my books. So after what my parent did, they also didn't study scriptures. So automatically we will be forced to go to this Dhongi Babas and priest because of our religious beliefs, speculative thinking, not by reading scriptures. And similar things are happening in education system, the modern education system too. So what I was saying is having education is all right, but accordingly reading your scriptures, gaining knowledge from right person regarding your scriptures is also very important because the balance should be there. Once the balance is not there, you will be in the grave either from this side or from that side.
See, now you can't change the position. We are debating the point that because knowledge is taken away by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness.
Yeah,
So
because
modern education is putting an impediment in the path of God consciousness. Okay. So education, advanced education simply increases this illusion. That is a point. So all I'm saying, when you say that educated people should not be fighting, I'm saying you guys are doing the worse than educated people, so-called. in your temples and your churches and your mosques and all the places, synagogues and all that. Don't do it then. Today you have made religion bad name. Youngsters are not becoming Krishna conscious, God conscious because of your people's this thing, leadership. So Prabhupada is one example, I agree. Give me other examples. Today, this mother, Devanshi Mother, spoke about somebody coming into the college and giving a big presentation on becoming money minded, So why don't you guys go into the college and prove the other way? But you cannot take everything and say I'm not educated. You also give up your education and say I'm not going to use my education at all from now onwards.
Prabhuji, can I jump in?
Yes, the mother, Sushi Mataji had to say something and then you can jump in. Yes, please. I'll keep quiet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, I agree to the point of Om Prabhu. He mentioned about the more we are educated, the more we are speculating the things. We will be exploited by many of the things. And apart from that, I have one point that you can't judge a book by his cover. So we can't judge one person by saying that this person was religious and this institute is religious and this religious institute is exploiting us, but that's not the case. There are many institutions also, they are not teaching it, but they are earning more. So we can't say this point that this religious institute is,
and that's correct. And the corporate, the same thing also. Corporate
yeah,
works both ways.
yeah, yes, but that's yeah.
But you can't demean the whole thing. The education is wrong. This is not fine.
Education, but education can be used in a wiser context as well, that people are still using the education for the bad purpose. We all are using internet, we all are using chat gpts, but how we use that depends on us, and how wisely we use that depends on us. But it doesn't mean that the religious education is not good, and people at the religious level or the religious institutions are doing bad things. It's only one example, and we are taking it and we are saying that
No,
this
same way. Then he should not give the example to say that educated people should not fight and argue and do politics. We're
yeah,
going to say
but
the
we
same
can
thing in
also
one
see
organization. It may happen. It may be happening in, but you can't see organization is raping children, molesting children, and all women
yeah, that's
and all
not the
men.
yeah.
Yeah. So you should not say that. And you cannot say education is wrong. This creates
Yeah,
illusion.
education is not wrong, as
An illusion
discussed.
is creating illusion is wrong. It is not right. How can you say that?
Yeah, I'm not saying about that education is not wrong. I'm also educated and I can use that education for preaching as well. Because if I'm not able to learn properly, I'm not able to understand properly, I'll not be able to teach the people who are atheist or
That's
who
what I'm
doesn't.
saying. That's exactly
Yeah.
my argument. Why are you saying that education is universities are giving
But
simply
how, but
illusion?
people are, yes,
Why the
here
blanket
Prabhupada is
statement?
mentioning, no, Prabhupada is mentioning here that God using your education, like the education uh, at certain level is good, but education beyond that will increase your more, you'll speculate the things, you'll start saying that this particular thing is not good, and you'll start bifurcating about the actual things and not
Okay,
going
at
into
what
the.
level? At what education level you start to speculate? You are
No,
saying
as soon as, like, I like, it's, let's say I have done my BTech, I'll start doing my MTech, and I'll start doing the PhD, and I'll be more and more education. I'll start seeing the things on a higher context, and I'll not able to, like, I've seen the people. I yesterday met one professor, and he was so educated, but he was atheist, but he was eating my prasadam. And I was telling him, and he was having all the qualities of becoming a devotee. I mentioned him, but he said, no, uh, I don't believe in God, but I believe in Chetna. I said, what is this Chetna is all about? And we were discussing about it. People are believing on God consciousness, but they are not agreeing to it. That's what my point is. People want to learn, people are learning more and more, but they are not going into the level which
but you're
they.
not able to convince him. Convince him.
Yeah, but
It's your problem, not his problem. If you
yeah,
want
but
him to be converted, then you
I
convince
don't
him.
want it. Yeah, but for me, it's I just want to focus myself. I don't want to convince. I don't want to preach that person is who's where I went for the material. Like I don't want to make a spiritual connection with that person. I just wanted to be my own. That's why I didn't
Okay,
preach
no
that
problem.
person. Yeah.
All we are saying is this, that because knowledge is taken away by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments to the path of God consciousness. Presently, people are interested in receiving degrees from big universities, but education without God consciousness is simply expansion of Maya's influence. The living entity is already illusion when it comes into material world, and so-called advanced education simply increases his illusion. So what I'm saying is that why do you make this kind of statements? Then don't become educated. Today, at least from that point, you come to halfway to say, no, education is good, but God consciousness should be included in this. So
Yes,
you
but
come
then
down from a high horse. I said, then give it up education. I told you, no, give up education. I challenge you.
people were also surviving when they were not educated with these material things. This education is
Tell me
only
when. Tell me
in this
when.
material world.
Tell me when they were surviving
In
without
Yeah,
material
in
education.
Satyug and Treta Yug, people were getting education, but on the basis of consciousness, which Pradyum Prabhu said that time that education was of
So
not
you survived there. No, who's stopping you from doing it? Why are you criticizing education? You're also you're also an engineer degree. Give it away.
Yeah, I can give it away right now, but
Give away right now. Give
no,
away.
but there is one thing, like if I'll give my education and knowledge will still be there. It's not about the degree which I'm having. It's all about my
It's
education.
helping
But
you.
that
So it is helping
education,
you.
it's not about that education. I'm using it for my own person. That education I'm
It's
using
helping
it.
you. It is helping you. Correct or not? It is helping you. Yes or no?
Yeah,
But if it is helping you, then how can you criticize?
yeah, but that I was counterparting the statement which you mentioned about the religious principle.
No, I was
Religious.
counteracting what Om Prabhu said, that educated people should not be fighting. We uneducated or religious people are so nice. I said, what's so nice? Everywhere you go, there are so many millions of dollars of lawsuits going on with children and women. Everyone, every religions become bad name nowadays. You cannot say I'm a God conscious person. You'll be treated as an outcast. I was just saying that. So good, you've come down to half level, which is very good. Slowly you'll join us.
Hare Krishna. Sorry.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that have raised their hands.
Oh yes, everybody should jump in. I think we're just
But
taking over the conversation. I don't know.
what we'll do is, because we don't want to, we want everyone to have a chance to speak.
Yeah, we had
So
other devotee also saying what to say. No,
yeah,
let him say. Please say. Please say.
yeah. So Varun Prabhu, you go first. But just before that, Parth Prabhu message in the chat that he's on our side now. Oh, he's on our side. That he's against.
Oh, you're here? Patu, so nice. After such a long time, we are seeing you. Oh, where have you been? Oh, your mustache is also gone. What happened to your mustache, man? Did somebody take away your mustache? You had a mouse taking away your mustache. Oh, very good. Very nice. What's the story? You're on our side now?
Yeah, Prabhu, I
Yes.
will always.
Very good. Very good. See, I'm a big sadhu. Who you people are not sadhus? I'm sadhu. I'll have a lot of followers. He's just one. Wait and watch. Okay, who was the other person? Varun Prabhu, you wanted to say something? Please, please. Thank you very much for your patience.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, all the leaders, and thank you, Krishna Prabhuji,
No,
for.
don't worry. Prabhuji. Just get into the debate. Otherwise, if you think like this, then there'll be no good fighting. We require fighting.
Okay.
It's getting a little stale now. I want to fight. Proper debate.
Sure. So, Prabhuji, I will take this discussion in a very structured way. Okay. So you are giving me facts and figures that your organizations or your people who are having beliefs are doing all those kind of rubbish activities on the name of God. I will take this discussion in this manner that we are basically trying to mix up both these things. Prabhupada is mentioning the modern education as it is by nature it is a skill and not a way of living life, whereas religion is more of living having a way of living life. We I coming from a mechanical engineering background. I'm
What's the
working in
mechanical
IT.
engineer? So many mechanical engineers we have got here. Okay, you are doing
So,
something different from mechanical, mechanical engineering. How things work. Very good.
I'm the
Yes, please
senior.
continue.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm the senior of all these mechanical engineers.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, Prabhuji, like me as a mechanical engineer, I completed my engineering at the age of 22. I'm 25 right now, working 3 years in corporates in an IT job, in tech job. So basically, what is my observation till 25 years? I'll speak. I can say that in last 25 years, 22 years of my life was completely involved in understanding and making a skill just for making a living. At the age of 25, 22 and a half, I found myself lost, where I didn't have any. I was having a fairly good pay package. I was having a very good respect in the society, but not having any sort of idea of where I am heading towards. I will speak only the words of Prabhupada because I'm agreeing to his points. So Prabhupada also mentions that there are two kind of people who are living in the society: Grihastha and Grihmedhi. Grihasthas are the people who are God conscious. Their lives are revolving around Krishna. And with my observation, I'm living in India. A lot of people are here are Krishna conscious and God conscious in one way or another. The stats show that India has the least amount of divorce rates across the world. Whereas most of the cream class Indians want to go to USA. USA is a fairly developed country, which is a world leader right now. The stats show that one out of the four people, one out of the four children, don't know who's their biological father, which is a pretty scaring thing. On top of it, on 2004, in the year 2004, there was a show called Who's Your Daddy? There's a complete show of understanding who is their biological father, and they're debating about it. It is leading towards not those we are like you are with all due respect you are defending the skills, but all due respect I will only say what our shastras are saying. Shastras does not only depend upon skills, but they depend more upon overall development of a person. We have family skills, we have least amount of all the god conscious people are less likely to give divorce, and they're having a very better life. So taking in a very material perspective, it is good for all of us. That's my point, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu.
Well, I think there was a movie in Bollywood which was called Mere Baap Pehle Aap. What was that movie about? Tell me. I did not see the whole movie, okay? I was so disgusted, I walked away. It was showing in some of television here. I walked away. So tell me, what was that movie about?
It was I don't know a lot about that movie, but what I have heard
Somebody
from
has been
people is
doing,
about
I think it was about, just correct me, the son, instead of him getting married, he's making the father get married. The father falls in love with his old sweetheart at this old age. And you're telling me that in India you've got all these things and Western world is bad. Trust 100% Western world is bad. I was shocked when I heard biological father, biological mother was a cultural shock to me when we came to New Zealand. They agreed. But India also is the same thing now. You are living relationship and all this nonsense going on.
Prabhuji, just one point. You
So
have
you can't
mentioned a very
say this.
you have mentioned the movie Mere Baap Pehle Aap, but you haven't mentioned the movies like Neelachale Mahaprabhu or these movies which are made way
Yeah,
back
but tell
then.
me, Neelachal Mahaprabhu, when was it released?
It was released in 1920s or 30s, if I correctly
Release it
remember.
again and see how many people go and watch it. Will it be a hit movie? Mere Baap Pehle Aap was a hit movie.
Yeah, that is a very good point, Prabhuji. But we have I'm just saying about we have the least amount of divorce rate. We have least amount of people who
Not
are involved.
necessary. It's rising all the time now. It is going the worst way now because you guys are following the West, you Indians. Which should not be. It's changing now, but still.
But we still have the Varnashram system, which is following for a lot
Where
of
is it? Where is Varnashram system? Where is it following? Are you following Varnashram system? What is your age?
so I'm coming from Brahmin family by birth.
Yeah. You will be from Brahmin family, Kshatriya family, whatever family. But I want to know this. What is your age now?
Age, okay. It's 25.
25. So it is said that as per your varnashram system, that till the age of 25, one should be brahmachari. No association with women. Have you got it? Have you got association with women? Do you have women friends?
And I used to have.
Yeah, that's it. Then what kind of Brahman? And I'm a varnashram system following. What are you following varnashram system in India? Are you following yourself?
Because Prabhuji, the kind of inflation going on, the parents are focusing more upon skill building
Do
rather
not
than.
give excuses. All I'm saying is that you are saying, tom-tomming about that Western world is so bad, India is so good, no divorce rate and all those things. And you said we have got one other system. I'm challenging you. Where's the one other system? Are you following one other system? No, you're not. After
I'm trying
25,
my
you may
best.
get married. A girl should not be married before that. She should have, all those things. Where is it going on? Do not see. I want. All I'm saying is, put your money where your mouth is. None of you are doing this. Were you brahmachari before? Yes or no? 25 years. Yes or no?
No, Prabhuji.
No. No or yes?
No.
Good. Devanshi Mataji, will you marry a pauper and live in a hut? Yes or no?
Probably not, Prabhuji.
No. Thank you very much. Suji Mataji, will you marry a pauper and live in a hut? Yes or no?
No.
But without education, you'll be a pauper only, or make a bhel puri. He'll make pani puris and earn 4 million rupees. And tell your father, I'm getting married to somebody. I'm not. Excuse me. Excuse me. That is not the way. I don't want to say this. It's a great profession. It is very proud. It's a very proud situation. Anybody can be doing any of these. Okay. All right. Do not get me wrong. Please excuse me. I'm just putting a debate point as an aggressive point. That's the only reason why. Please. You must understand this. It's a live recording. Please, all of you should understand this. It's not demeaning anybody. Please. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
But you cannot go and tell your father to say.
I want.
You cannot go in your father and say, your mother and say, or even your daughter. If you have children, Suchi Mataji, will you make them married to a person who's selling this kind of street food? Yes or no?
Depends how much money he makes.
Depends how much. He makes 5 million rupees per month.
Yeah, then no problem.
No
If
problem.
he's
Will you marry?
sanskari, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, will you marry this kind of person?
Yeah, if he's sanskari, I can do that.
Is your father sitting next to you? Mother sitting next to you right now?
No.
Oh yeah, sit in front of your father and mother and then talk like this.
But they'll be also okay. Many of
They're
our
also okay with
community
it?
people, they are earning well with the food
Very well.
business.
That's correct. You're right. So Divashi Madari, correct? Here, sir, money is everything. You understand this point?
Not money is everything. I mean,
No,
I
then
have
you're
not
saying
taken that point with that.
you said, excuse me, you said that money, if he's earning enough money, is okay.
But I said sanskari also.
Sanskari also, no problem. Sanskari a little bit less is fine. Money is important. That's what Mataji said, that today money has become everything. So is Om Prabhu said the same thing, money has become everything. Pradip Prabhu said the same thing, money has become everything. It is, of course, it's become everything. I proved it to you. Deepak Prabhu said the same thing, money has become everything. So come on, what is it then? You are okay, money is everything. I'm telling you, there's no harm. The person
But
sells
see, I
Bhel
mean,
Puri, Pani Puri, 100 million rupees per. He'll have a line of women wanting to get married to him.
but
Best.
Prabhu,
Every day
right?
every day they can have Bhel Puri, first class Bhel Puris every day, and pizzas and all that. What's the problem?
But Prabhuji, the debate was never like money important. It was about
No,
education.
it was education. Say education gives money. Education makes people drive towards money in Maya illusion. So it is wrong. This is the main point
But
of
I mean,
Prabhupada.
what I feel is like
No, you
Prabhupada
first,
was never.
will you make your daughter marry a person who's selling pani puri for 1 million rupees, 100 billion rupees? Yes or no?
Depends on the value system that person has. If
Now you changed. Now money has gone away now. Correct? Okay. Put other way down. Will you make a person marry, your daughter marry somebody who's a pauper but very good value system?
that also depends. I mean,
See, there's no real answer, right? And you are doing PhD, correct? Yes, who are saying about PhD education? Very good. So we are all educated people here. We've got huge set of education. We've got MBAs, we've got engineers, we've got a PhD. Who are saying about PhD? They become very confused, they lose focus, and who are saying this? If you educated more, Shushti Mata, you said this, right, Mother? You said this. More educated means more disfocused. Correct? Here, she's not giving a clear answer.
but my point.
No,
But
no, hold
Roju,
on. Let's stick this point. Now, at the same time, you're thinking so much depends. But I'm telling you, if a person is a very educated person, okay, a vegetarian, educated person, will it be difficulty for you to get married to your daughter there, or you yourself to get married to the person? Yes or no? Or you think so much that he's a pauper, but he's very good, he's a rich person, he's okay, he's wealthy, he's interested in money. So what? Let him be interested in money. I'll be interested in Krishna. At least he's not disturbing me. You said it's the best chance for me. Is it not so?
But Prabhuji, like, okay, I may not marry somebody who's like very poor but has a good value system, but I will also not marry somebody who has a lot of money but has a very bad value system. So it goes both ways.
That's a different point. All I'm saying is education is bad, and you said money is everything. I said today money was what you said was wrong. It became a very important point. Then she changed the point because I challenged it. You see, so all of you become half converted to my side. I become a big guru now. You must be fully converted so that I can change the roles.
No,
If you
Prabhuji,
agree,
the
then you
point we're
change
trying
the
to make,
roles. Yes.
the point we're trying to make is that money is important, but it's not everything, which is which is what the people believe. Like,
No,
of
but
course,
it's
it's
getting
important.
confusing now. 1 minute, 1 minute. We said education, okay? Then you talked about somebody big shark coming, and he said money is everything, okay? And then we spoke about that. So we're focusing upon education system. Education system is bad, is what everybody said. He said, yes, it is bad. It makes you in Maya. I said, no, then give it away. Any one of you, just stick to the point. Any one of you is willing to give away the education system today? Your education, give it away. Give away your job, stop speaking in English language, stop using anything else, and all those things. Speak English is fine, but you get a job or whatever with your education. Go to application and say, I'm not educated, give me a job. Or start an own business without education. Can you do it? Any one of you, please. Let's stick to this point.
Oh, bro, I wanted to say something on this point.
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Hare Krishna. Pad Prabhu had his hand up for a long time, and he hasn't said his point yet.
Okay.
So I want to give him a chance to say
Well,
something.
we are seeing you after such a long time, so we should wait for a little bit long time.
Okay.
Is it not possible? We can wait. You can wait for some little bit time.
Yes,
Yes or no?
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long we are seeing you after how long we are seeing you?
Bro,
How many
2
weeks?
weeks.
Don't say me the days. Tell me the weeks. Days will be very difficult. Tell me the weeks.
2 weeks, bro.
No, 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yes.
Yeah, I know better than you because I'm a servant. Remember this. If you want to be with us, you'll become servant, not the boss. Okay? Agreed? Yes, please. Now give your point. Thank you. We are very kind people.
Thank you. Yes, Prabhu, I had just some small points and we can continue the discussions further. So one point I was having was, I think in line with what you said before, but just modern education versus anti-modern, I'm just terming it that because we need to have a converse of modern. What if we don't have modern, then we need to have some system, right, of education. So let's say people say somebody said about Gurukula.
But we also need to remember that Pandavas and Kauravas studied in the same Gurukula under the same Guru when Mahabharata happened. So that is one point. Second point would be, Prabhu, we should also differentiate between technical and philosophical education. Um, Technical education promise, like universities who provide technical education promise to give you good income, right? They don't promise that they will make you good people. So IITs do not have in their brochure or anything that, once you graduate, you will be a very good person or very good citizen. They promise that you will be a very good engineer, right? The onus of moral education is on you. In India, this system was tried. Like we had, like in our primary education, we had periods of moral education, um, and but then that was discarded because they said that the concept of moral education as a blanket for society cannot be implemented because morality is subjective to people, right? So it was then scraped off. This is the second point. And the third point, and the last point would be that we have other religions who follow a system where they avoid modern education altogether, right? I don't want to name them. I don't want to name their religious institutes, but in pop culture, it's seen as a joke when these people open their mouths or talk about anything, right? Uh, so let's say they talk about science, let's say they talk about technology. We don't even credit them, and their economic status here in India is very poor. They're not among the elite. And yeah, so this system of not going for modern education has been tried out by other religious societies who also preach a God consciousness in their own rightful terms. But it depends on you whether you call that a success or not. So yeah, these three are my points. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, good points. Thank you very much. It's not worked, Only educate. What you're saying is this, that we have seen that only religious education doesn't work. Yeah, you require modern education. So we cannot say that modern education is bad. Correct. Thank you very much. Now, all other hands were raised. Please, those who raise their hands, then please say things. But
Yeah,
remember,
just
my question still stands. Okay, give up your educations if you are so this thing about it. Give it up. Put
yeah,
your money where your mouth is. Thank you. Yes,
very well,
please.
Hare Krishna. Just to add on that point, just one small point here. Papa also mentioned that there's a difference between technical education and like moral education, right? It depends on the type of degree that you do. If you do an engineering degree, they can only promise that you'll be taught things about engineering. But what if you do a philosophical degree, a degree in philosophy, a degree in psychology? The things that you are taught and that you're promised are completely different. So you can't say that everything is not applicable to your life. It's only applicable to one field if that's the degree that you did, right? If I did a philosophy degree, I'm very spiritually inclined because I did a philosophy degree. So I don't feel like I'm an illusion at all, compared to everyone else who's working, who's only have one limited skill, right, in engineering or whatever. Because I've done philosophy, I feel very, very intelligent, and I don't feel like I'm an illusion. I don't feel like, it's an impediment on my God consciousness. I think it's a brilliant thing for me. It's education's helped me so much. So that's just a point that I want to make. But anyway, yeah, Pradumna Prabhu and everyone else that raise their hands, please go forward, Hare Krishna.
Uh, yes, so I wanted, like we were discussing, and like Pablo said that IIT promises that you will become an engineer. So I guess that was the point. Like, okay, I agree that it is for a particular field of your life, but if suppose you're in IIT, you are not very much appreciated if you're also God conscious. So the point is that it is an impediment. Like they will be very supportive to what you are following. They will be not very helpful for what you're doing. And like Divyanshi Mataji mentioned that point that because we are so much in this like there is a competitive behavior in whatever education you do, may it be technical, may it be philosophy or psychology. The competition is there. Any degree you get, the competition is there, and it is very difficult to get out of that system now. Because if I say that I have done my engineering, now I'm saying that I don't want, I have done the like if there was a system that you don't have to take a degree and you will be earning because it's just a social norm and you get money from it. That's why we are doing it. There is no other reason why we are getting so-called modern education, just because we have to get money out of it. And it is a social norm, it is a system that has been made. That's why we're getting education from the so-called modern university. And because it has been for so long time in our lives, it is very difficult to get out of that system now.
Hare Krishna, just to add on to what Pradyum Prabhu was saying, this is exactly what I was thinking, that the point of education is at least 99% just credibility. That you'll get the credibility to speak in a group of people, you'll get the credibility to get a job, but very few fields in education actually help you in that way. And secondly, the point that Prabhupada is saying is that education is an impediment to God consciousness. It's not that educated people cannot be God conscious. Uh, Education, it's just that it brings about leaps of so many fancy things and so many unneeded, unrequired knowledge and unrequired facts that it just dulls you down. It doesn't make you question the real things. How many people question, like even around me, how many people are right now questioning, like about God, even about who they are, about what their purpose of life is. Everyone is so driven with the philosophy of modern education that it's a serious impediment in that sense. It's not that educated people cannot become God conscious.
Hare Krishna. Adding to the point and like what Krishna Prabhu said, ki, like his degree of philosophy told him like to think more. But our degree of engineering doesn't taught us like, so there are modern universities, the education is at gap, the modern education. It taught in one degree how to do all these things, in another, it doesn't like really, we don't think about God. So it's an impediment for that. Okay, and one more point I have, a quote by Albert Einstein. He said, "Science without religion." Just a second. Just a quote. Yeah, he said, "Science without religion is lame, and religion without science is blind." So these are the points.
Thank you very much, all of you. Yes, anybody else?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Just to confirm, I didn't do a philosophy degree. That was just an example. Yeah, the points that we're making here that you know, like Padma Prabhu and Divyanshi Mataji and Diva Prabhu, what you're saying is, again, I'm coming back to the same point that Prabhupada here is very clearly saying that universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness. So here Prabhupada is saying that education, right? Education is wrong. It's impediment to God consciousness, so you shouldn't do it, right? Is anyone here strongly agreeing with that? Does anyone here think that Prabhupada is absolutely correct? That there should, whatever education I've done for my 25 years, for my 22, 23 years, when I was in kindergarten, 1 + 1 = 2, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, any Sanskrit you learn, anything that you've done, it's all been an impediment on your God consciousness. Whatever university degree you did, whatever things you learned at uni, whatever student loans or student debt you've accumulated, all of it's been for nothing. It's all an impediment. If we all honestly believe that, please tell me. Hare Krishna. Because I feel that a lot of you are actually halfway. No one's giving
Yes. They are going to convert very soon.
Yeah, we're not
accepting me as a guru. Yes, I'm a tech guru. Tech guru. Shock guru. What was it called? Shock guru. Yes.
Yeah. No one's
Tell
actually
us.
no one has specifically agreed with Prabhupada. No one here has actually agreed with Prabhupada. Everyone's skirted around the edges and is actually half agreeing with us. So please, if you agree with Prabhupada, please mention why you agree with Prabhupada. Haribol.
Yes, to the point.
Krishna,
Yes, do you agree? Do you agree?
I agree with what Prabhupada is saying, and I want to read what Prabhupada is saying. Presently, many people are interested in receiving degrees from big universities, but education without God consciousness is simply an expansion to Maya's influence. So Prabhupada is not saying not to go for education in this particular statement. Prabhupada is not saying that don't go for, don't be educated. It is
Read
not
first.
in that. It is say, yeah,
Read
it
read
is,
the sentences below.
yeah, but presently, Prabhupada is writing presently, this is happening.
No, our discussion is the whole 3 paragraphs which we have given. See the whole 3 paragraphs.
Correct. I absolutely agree. But Prabhupada is saying that presently many people are interested, and that's why it is the entire 3 paragraph. Prabhupada is not writing that we should not be educated. Prabhupada himself was a pharmacist.
Yeah, but Prabhupada is saying because knowledge is taken away by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness. So we are saying, how is it possible? You all are educated. How has education become impediment to your God consciousness?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
No, just stick to the point, please.
Yes, yes.
Sorry. You prove this point. How has your education become impediment to your Krishna consciousness, God consciousness? Prabhupada writes here, that is why I highlighted the point. Because knowledge is taken away by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness.
Yeah, the present day the universities are presenting the
Yeah, so
impediments.
you are educating present day only.
Prabhupada
No?
is not written for a particular person. It is a blanket statement. It is a statement for like mass, what people in general are. It is not written by a particular person that Shuchi is
No,
following
then
this, or
Prabhupada,
maybe the
this is the, you're saying it
XYZ.
doesn't apply to you? This doesn't apply to you? Is it Prabhupada saying to you?
Prabhupada is saying for a general thing that it is happening presently
Yeah,
in the
that's what.
society. It was happening back then when Gurukul system was there. As Parthu greatly mentioned that the Pandavas and Kauravas,
Don't
it
use
was
the word
happening
Gurukul.
there
It is a
back then
bad
also.
name. Yeah, Gurukul even happened now. It is headed $400 million lawsuit. You don't know this. So let's be a bit calm. Don't use the word Gurukul. It's very touchy subject. Okay. Right. Seriously, I'm telling you, $400 million lawsuit. Okay. Just recently. Right. And there are so many losses happening with Christians, with Catholics, and with so many, and including Hare Krishnas and all this, so don't go there. So we have seen this Guru.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Well, this is what I'm saying, that it was happening back then also when the system was kind of following the Varnashram system. It is happening today also. It is not about the education and a particular person being God conscious or not. It is a blanket statement given by Prabhupada that generally, presently, the society is going that way. It is not that Prabhupada is
But
said
but
that,
not but you are saved, right? You are saved, right?
somehow or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, you are saved, right? So education system saved you or not? Would you be able to study books if you're not studying, if you're not educated? So education saved you or not?
Yes.
Can anyone, all of you, raise your hand if education has saved you with this? Please raise your hand. Or you say it is not saved you. Don't. No, nobody. Come on, put your money where your mouth is. Put your hand where the money is. Come on, in your hip pocket.
It seems everyone here is saying that if they were illiterate, if they had no education, then they would all be big devotees by now. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting.
why education is impediment for you. Come on, don't be a hypocrite. Keep your hand held high up. Don't put it down again. So others will join in. The more we stand, the more will join. Here, one more has joined. Anjali Mataji has joined us now. Who else is there? Shuchi Mataji has gone back again down. Purnapagari has gone back down.
Prabhuji, we
Partha is with
parted.
us, a staunch supporter of ours. Yes, who else is there? No,
Sorry.
just answer this
Sorry,
point. Yes,
what is the hand raising for? I'm confused now.
education system has helped you to
Yes,
become Krishna conscious. Yeah, put
yes.
your hand
So my
like this,
hand
not
is
this
up.
way. We can't see it. Put it here close so we can see it. Yeah, like this. Education system has helped you to become Krishna conscious. Okay, we'll wait for 5 more seconds. 10 seconds to make up your mind. Then all of you become my disciples. Then we change the roles. Then I take the other part. We take the other part and you take the other part. No, don't be hypocrite. Sir, yes or no. Don't put your ego, bring your ego in the middle. Come on. Sanjay Prabhu is just laughing. What? You are not participating? You are not raising your hand also.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No, I'm listening, bro. Yes,
No,
very
no,
good
listen,
point.
participate. Hand up or hand down. Everybody is now hands up or hands down. Everybody participating here.
My hand is down, Prabhuji.
So you're not saying the education will help you to become Krishna conscious.
Education helped me, but not system, Prabhuji.
No, education has helped you or not. Don't bring anything else. Don't make a caveat.
But you said education system, Prabhuji.
You learned A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you learned your in Hindi and English. You can read and you can have a discussion.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Full stop.
In that way, it's helped me. Yes, Prabhuji.
Full stop. Raise your hand. Education helped you or not? How can you say it is not helping you to become God conscious or Krishna conscious? Prabhupada writes this. Prabhupada are wrong. Prabhupada are never wrong. Don't put your hands down. Hands up. Yeah, others will join in. If you put your hands more, they will all join. All of you are not. Who else is there? Yeah, Dori Mataji has joined again. Very good. Who else is joined? Others are not raising your hand still. You still want to keep your hand down. Okay, then all of you. So Saraswati Mataji is what your hands are up or down. We do not know. Okay, so it's down. We can't see you, so it's down. So all of you now should give up your education. From today onwards, give up education today. Put your money where your mouth is and say, I'm giving up my education. It has not become, it is all illusion, Maya. It's not helping me in my Krishna consciousness. So I'm giving it up. I don't want to earn money. I don't want to speak that language. All done, full stop. Pradhan Prabhu, yes, you do it. Suchi Mataji, Vya Varun Prabhu, Om Prabhu, Divanshi Mataji, Sushti Mataji, Saraswati Mataji. Yes. That's it. All right, call us hypocrites. You can't have both ways. You have only egoism. You can't prove a point also.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Actually, Prabhupada are saying education itself is wrong. Modern education itself is wrong. You accept it, you couldn't defend it. Accept this.
Prabhuji, I agree that Prabhupada is saying that modern education is impediment, but where is the point where Prabhupada is saying that you should not earn money? I think that is
Earning
not
money is different. I'm saying give up your education system. Give up education. Forget about earning money. We added later on.
like we don't have to like have education to earn money.
Then don't worry about earning money. He said, give up education to become Krishna conscious. Prabhupada is saying that no, modern education is making you less no God conscious. So we're saying that. Enough of beating around the bush. Krishna is right. Yes or no? No, arguments time is over. You already had your arguments. We give you enough time.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm just trying to say that all the years of education, I don't think anything has helped in Krishna consciousness, only if you like strictly, very technically speaking, just the understanding of English language, that's a separate thing. But the knowledge itself has not, anything that I've learned throughout the 25 years, I can say confidently, none of it has helped me become Krishna conscious. And even within education, there are always conflicts. Even in the fields of science, fields of philosophy, I'm sure there is no single absolute truth that they will ever tell you. Even they can't even agree on the structure of atom, let alone anything else. They can't agree on the philosophy of life. I'm not making this up. This is a fact. They cannot agree.
Yes,
And
so
they
also religion people. Christians will not go to a temple. A Hindu will not go to the mosque. A Muslim will not go to a temple.
So in this material world, which is full of duality, you cannot see when the sun is there, correct? And so you can see when the sun is there. So now you all are saying, that this philosophy and everything is so good. Because you have experienced what is not good, isn't it? Also, then you can make the discrimination. So how can you say it has not helped you? Everything in life is a learning lesson. How can it not be a learning lesson? I don't understand. Everything, we learn from everything, and we learn philosophically. We are saying we are talking only about what we should do, but we are also learning what we should not do, right?
Yeah.
So
Hare
how
Krishna.
can you say that education is not important? You have not. It is useless. It has not taught you anything. It has taught everything to us. Everything, every single thing. I've been taught like that when I was a child by my parents. That you can learn from anyone. First thing, shed that ego away. That this is for me. That you cannot learn from anyone. First thing.
Become my disciples, all of you. Surrender
Yes.
at my feet, lotus feet. My lotus feet. Come on, all of you. You don't have any arguments against me. I'm the greatest.
But Mataji, it's
No, don't argue. Don't argue. We're saying that can you just give up your education? Has education helped you or not? You said no. It doesn't help you to become God conscious. We are saying
No,
education
Prabhuji,
helps you to become God conscious.
Prabhuji, we are not saying that education has not helped us. It has helped
That's
us
it. That is what
partially,
Prabhupada is saying.
but
Modern education, knowledge, because knowledge is taken away by illusion, universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness. Where
but
it has become impediment for you?
yes, Prabhuji, it is an impediment when there are no values. We there are a lot of people, there are a lot of friends of mine who are also doing engineering, but they are not God consciousness, and that is why how their value systems, their upbringing are not same as mine, and that is how for them this education system is an impediment for them. But for me, the God consciousness education system is helping me to progress and preach. So how can you mention that this education system is an impediment? Like how this is
No, but
this?
at the same time, I can show you so many people, children born in a religious family who are not become religious.
Yeah,
Christians,
yeah.
Muslims, Hindus, Hare Krishnas, they don't want to be. They've seen the bad side of religion too.
Oh, also another question. You all are
So
talking about
education system, you
engineering.
cannot say it's bad illusion all the time. Without education, how can you think? As Purabhagavad has said, you see, come on, come on.
Yeah, I just want to also say that say for example, you are like all of you have come to Krishna consciousness because of someone in this group, correct? And most of you are saying you're engineers. So now, what is the common factor there that you can relate to each other, isn't it? Supposing I am talking, if I'm not educated, I don't know what is the value of education, burning those midnight lamps, doing all that hard work, and somebody I'm trying to preach, and that person is telling me this, and I cannot understand. That person cannot relate to what I am trying to preach. I'm just giving dry philosophy. You should be Krishna conscious. How can you do that? How can you make people relate to you if you are not living in the same world? You cannot live outside. You have to live in the material world. We are in this material world. We have to learn to navigate.
but Mataji,
Otherwise, people will think, he's just talking something humbug. ऐसे ही है, not in my world. How?
Absolutely right. But also,
Nobody will be able to relate to you. You will say, you will read Srila Prabhupada's books and you will just narrate it. That is what we are supposed to do. But your realization is only not there. Nobody can relate to what you're saying. बोल दिया, चलो सुन लिया, सो जाते हैं अभी. Let's sleep. So how will people relate to you? Only when they will tell you what is going through what they're going through life. How are you going to give the solution to them? What solution you will give if you have not experienced only? No, you should study. No, you should get up for Mangal Aarti at 4 o'clock. You should do Mangal Aarti, you should do your chanting. Then your exam is at 7 o'clock. Forget about that. Then after that, if you have time, you study. Is that the advice you're going to give anyone? Have you given that advice to anyone? If you have not studied, how will you give? So what are you all talking about? I'm very disappointed.
just on just
Sorry,
one
I'm
second.
just trying to
just on that point, Hare Krishna, just to tie it back to the exact sentence that Prabhupada is saying here, right? And just also on Sri Mataji's point, you're saying that your education has not taught you morals, has not taught you values correctly. You can't blame.
Yeah, Proji, sorry, but I just want to correct you. I'm not saying that education system has not added like value to my yeah, but it's not about moral values, but it's about the value system which people are not following from the upbringing which I'm having. It's not the same as my friends are having. So my point is like that. I'm not saying that education is bad. I'm saying that education without values are not good, and that is how
Halfway there, you're there already. You changed the point.
So someone's upbringing. Are you saying that someone's upbringing is different to yours? Therefore,
upbringing as well as the values. Yeah.
so someone's upbringing and their values is different to yours. Therefore, the education system is wrong. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But that's their upbringing. That's not the education. If someone's upbringing is different to you, that's because of what they've been taught by their parents, what they've been taught by their lineage, by generations of people. How is that the fault of education? And also, it depends on what education you do. I keep coming back to this point. Well, I think I have to say a couple of points, but one thing I want to tell you all is please be very, very critical in reading what Prabhupada is saying. By critical, I mean actually understand what Prabhupada is saying. Don't take it on a surface value. Everyone here is giving surface arguments. Okay, don't treat it as a surface thing. Oh, Prabhupada is saying education is bad. Yes, education is bad because I've not learned anything from education. Don't think on that line. It's not about that. Think about critically. Prabhupada was also educated, as someone mentioned. So is Prabhupada being hypocritical? No. Why is Prabhupada saying this then? Think about it. Don't jump to give an argument, right? Just everyone should not be giving surface level arguments here. That's all I'm saying. Think very carefully, because everyone is making very similar points, and which we I believe which we have refuted quite we've basically said the same point.
Yeah, I think very, very good point, Krishnadas. And Srila Prabhupada himself has said that tomorrow lawyers and doctors and engineers are going to be Krishna conscious. So how can you connect the two? Agree.
That's right. The Prabhupada would not say that lawyers and doctors will become Krishna conscious. We want educated class of people to be a Krishna conscious. So this is both ways cannot work. So you tell us now. Yes, please.
Yes,
I
so
think to draw the difference between two things, like the utility of education and the contribution of education in directly making somebody Krishna conscious. There's a very two different things. So just because I can say that it will help me in preaching, it will only help me in preaching because one, people will listen to me because they are relatable. But that does not help me become Krishna conscious. Me being educated has made me relatable to people. It has helped me in preaching, but it has not made me as an individual a Krishna conscious person. And secondly, for this like this point of that you can learn from anything and anyone. That's true. Like, but if I'm thinking about it methodically, like even garbage, even absolute trash, it has value in it. But there is somebody who is skilled enough to extract value from it. Not everybody can. Not everybody can look at the education system and see the direct contradictions that it makes to everything else that actually makes sense. So just because some of us are able to do that does not mean everyone is. Education system may, like, you can draw contradictions from it, but that does not mean that it has helped you directly become Krishna conscious. You have to be
But
skilled in.
at the same time, you cannot say it is impediment in God consciousness. Prabhupada is saying university degrees are impediments in God consciousness.
But the aim was the aim of the education system was not for me to pick those things. I can pick those things from anywhere if I am skilled enough to do that, or if I've been trained enough to do that. That is not the objective or the achievement of the education system, that I've been able to do that. The objective was simply to tell me very unnecessary things.
Good point there. Yeah, good point. Those two differentiation is correct with it. So the question here is, there are a couple of points have been given by devotees. Let me read them. So Mayuresh Prabhu is saying that because he cannot switch on his camera, there's some events going on. Hare Krishna Prabhu, I think modern education is important because you are born in this world to survive. You have to do what's necessary. Money is everything in this world. This program is going on with money. Because Prabhuji, you had paid for subscription, so money is necessary. With modern education, people also need to think critically without presumptions and prejudice, which one can pick up easily. This can stop one's ability to see things with different perspective. I believe problem is if one cannot think for themselves, then it's impediment in devotional service. So it's a critical thinking is important. Yeah, what Maurice was saying. And Pablo mentioned, yes, it has helped me. He's saying that yes, modern education has helped him to become a critical thinker and become a devotee. That's what Pablo said. And Deepak was mentioning these are all the notes, which have been given in the discussion, saying that association plays a crucial role in shaping our understanding and perspective. Universities have not helped me become God conscious. In fact, they led me to a point where I started doubting the existence of God altogether. Instead of guiding me towards spiritual truth, they taught me how to walk, but on the wrong path. For instance, universities taught us how to read and write, but then presented books and ideologies that deny the existence of God. Rather than an understanding of life, they emphasized materialism and atheism. It is only through the association of devotees and the guidance of Hare Krishna WECAN that I was able to use my education meaningfully and walk on the path of devotion. The association helped me study proper books, those that nurture spiritual growth and offer a deeper understanding of the self and God. Universities, in their current form, often present impediments on the path of God consciousness, steering people away from spiritual truths and deeper purposes of life. So, thank you very much, dear devotees. It was very nice. All three of you written, and Deepak, very nicely written. Very nice points. That is correct. And but again, association you got, you're able to read. Education made you read. So that is correct what you're saying, but education made you read. If we had followed what has been told to us, that because knowledge is taken by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness, then you would not have studied, you would not have gone to university. Is it not so? Today you become critical thinker after studying is by because you went to the university. So what we feel is that you all have taken the juice out of it, and now they are sitting and criticizing everything. You cannot say this way. So Prabhupada saying that presently many people are interested in receiving degrees from big universities. That includes all of you and me. But education without God consciousness is simply an expansion of Maya's influence. That is correct. This point is by itself clear cut. Because education is taken away by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness. This is where the dispute is. The living entity is already illusion when he comes into the material world. And so-called advanced education simply increases his illusion. This is a disputing point. So we are saying if this is true, if you agree with Prabhupada what he's saying, then don't give up education. In fact, Prabhupada also saying you don't need education at all. Why do you need education? Don't become educated. Yeah. So educate, we are saying education helps you to become Krishna conscious, then it is not an impediment. It's not illusion. All of you said education will help you to become Krishna conscious, yes or no? Tell me that much. Yes or no? Well, if not, then give up education. then you're right. Skip education. You don't need it. Either give an argument or surrender. Thank you very much. Sushri Mataji has joined us. Thank you very much. We'll give you a new name now.
I
Shushri
have a
Devi Das.
question, Prabhuji. But I have a question, Prabhuji. I mean,
Hare Krishna.
Okay,
we
hold
have,
on, hold on. I'm just
I
celebrating
agree.
Shushri Mataji's arrival. Let me celebrate that arrival first before you challenge. Don't have a question. You must answer the question. Enough questions you have done. Anjali Mataji is also with us. All well. So either your education helped you become Krishna conscious is what we're asking you. If it is not, no problem. Give it up. You say give up education. I renounce my PhD degree. I renounce my MBA degree. I renounce my engineering degree. I renounce my no degree. Whatever you've got.
Hare Krishna. Just on that point you're making about education helping us become Krishna conscious, can I add just
Yes.
one last point that
Yes,
will
please.
be a nail in the coffin, right? And more people can come to our camp. So, as somebody in the debate quoted Albert Einstein, I'll quote Werner Heisenberg, who's the father of quantum physics, right? And he says, the first gulp from the glass of sciences will make you an atheist, but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you. This is one quote. And second quote to the Vyanshi Mataji would be just one word: Maslow's needs hierarchy pyramid. If you can study about that, then you will get to know how education has helped you to sit here and talk about self-actualization. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good points. Very good points. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I agree to that education has helped me. However, university education per se, and some people talk about philosophy and psychology. I have studied both in my graduation. So none of them help. I mean, and the hierarchy of Maslow, let me put it very clearly, the self-actualization stuck on certain level. It is like you think about, I mean, I'm positivity, it talks about positivity, the Carl Jung and all talks about positivity and everything, but at certain level it stucks. Then further, after the self-realization and everything, that's a different take altogether. So I agree on the point of education helped me to
That's it. That's it. That's it.
I
Education helped
mean,
you or not. It's not illusion.
and I said,
How do
as
you
I said,
accept? It's a good,
Prabhupada,
good to accept. It's good to accept. Education should make you humble. Uneducated people, they fight and bicker all the time.
The fact that Mataji learned psychology and philosophy and is now disputing it is in itself helpful, is it not?
I absolutely agree that, but uh, university will teach me that. Will university will teach me that?
So it
Is a
made you
question.
think. It
But you
made
can't.
you
Yeah, of
educated
course.
think.
I mean, education will make me think.
That's
But
what we're
going to a
saying.
certain
University
university,
degrees, big degrees, is making us into intellectuals. Don't reject it. It has helped you. So it's not illusion. Not all is illusion. You may have some people illusioned. I agree. Just like education, it's like religion. Some people are doing wrong things, giving bad name to religion. Okay. So that doesn't mean this way. So we can't have both ways. Education help you? Yes, raise your hands. Let's do a count again, once again now. Raise close to your face so we can see you. What was the first gulp of the glass natural sciences will make? Yes, that's what he was referring to this point. The first gulp of the glass of natural sciences will make you an atheist, but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you. Warner Hinsberg. Thank you very much. Okay, so raise your hands, please. Education helped you to become Krishna conscious. Close to your face, please. Not like this. We want to see you close to your face. Let us see. We've got one more. Thank you, Suchi Mata. Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't put it down. Keep it up. Keep it up. Thank you. We want to see nice big hand. Thank you very much. We have one more. She wants to say something. Don't put a caveat, either yes or a no, either up or down. That's very good. Shushti Mataji's put his hand down again. Hand down. Shushti Mataji, we can't see your face. You can't see your hand. Come on. Yes, no, move your left hand. I think your camera is angle in a way that we can't see your left hand. Put your right hand, mother. Right hand, right hand. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, very good. So is remaining now Devanshi Mataji, Pradyumna Prabhu, Om Prabhu. Who else is there now? Still not holding up. Others who are not holding up, not Deepak Prabhu. Right. You still want to hold up? You like it? No problem. Give us an argument. If you can't, you just can. If you don't do it, what has the education helped you? What has the God consciousness helped you? Become humble and accept things.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You want to argue
Prabhuji,
again?
yeah, just few points regarding the things that everyone is surrounding that how modern education helped us or not helped us. But don't you think it's very much like this modern education has only created this bubble. Like before that, before modern education, everyone is quoting Einstein, Heisenberg, every big quantum physics, father of quantum physics, and this much. But when we go back, we also have rishis, Markandeya rishis, we have uh, everyone before this modern education, the very value of zero from which we started counting was from our side. And everything going on in modern education is already there in our scriptures. I know that we have learned English, we have learned things. Why we needed to learn English? Because there was invasion, there was English people coming, ruling our country, and they made it necessary to learn. Before that, we were happy with Sanskrit. Before that, we were happy with whatever language we were speaking. Before that, we were happy with not having exams at 7 o'clock. Before that, we have our Gurukul system. So it was destroyed by the so-called advanced methodology and so-called advanced people. That's why we are in this state. It is Kali Yuga. No doubt it is Kali Yuga.
If
Before that,
Srila Prabhupada would not have learned English, then how he would have preached? How millions of devotees would have become Krishna conscious in the Western
but
world? That is the biggest benefit that Srila Prabhupada was told by his own father. Why he should learn.
is Mataji, but
So we
that
can
was
use what I'm saying is you all are giving all these points. But even Divyanshi Mataji and Varun Prabhu and Om Prabhu, you're giving these arguments. But I feel that the arguments that you're giving, it is not convincing to me that because of this education I have not learned anything. It doesn't make sense. We learn both ways. We learn what to do. We learn what not to do also, no?
Thank you, Mataji, for highlighting your points and what is the concern. Mataji, just I wanted to add. So for the masses of the people who are learning mechanical engineering in my batch, and for the coming batches and the previous batches from me, the one thing that I noticed was throughout the mechanical engineering, the only one thing that I could get from the education, which was already there, which was skilled by having a structured education, modern education, was curiosity. Even after completing the education, the first 2 years of corporates were always about why are you not curious about things. The curiosity was taken away from my intellect was because of giving certain number of books which we have been told that this is absolutely everything. So curiosity is one thing that I want to highlight, which was taken away by education. So that's why I think that it is an impediment for my Krishna consciousness journey.
Hare Krishna.
So sorry if that I'm just answering this point. If curiosity was taken away, then today you wouldn't be sitting here and having this conversation, Varun Prabhu. That is the curiosity, and that is the eagerness to know Krishna consciousness. That after doing everything, you are still sitting and having this conversation, right? So how can you say education has taken away your curiosity? You're giving such important, valid points, debating so nicely.
So,
So you're
Mataji,
contradicting yourself then. You're saying I'm done education and it's taken my... It may have taken at that time when you were doing the education, but it has not killed your curiosity. That's why you're using it now. You're analyzing, you're checking what I'm reading, what I'm listening about from Srila Prabhupada, it is correct or not.
Yes, madam.
You're curious to know more.
Yes,
So
madam.
I don't agree. I'm sorry.
Mataji, just a quick question. So, like a point that Prabhupada also mentioned in Science of Self-Realization, that he mentioned that his younger children, like his younger son, was very curious. He used to ask a lot of questions. But what that I have observed as well, when I used to go to temples, I used to ask my grandmother, my mother, my father, that why are we reading this Ramcharitmanas or whatever scriptures that we're reading. After certain time, the kind of atmosphere was so atheistic that it is not having any God consciousness involved in any sort of education, that I was convinced from the age of 13 to let's say 22, till the time I was left away from my family, and I had to think critically that why I am not drinking and why I'm not eating non-vegetarian food. I had to think critically at that point. Before that, I was very convinced with okay, science is everything and like that. So this critical thinking I had to develop because if I was not learning modern education system, I ha- I might be in a Gurukul or something where I had to think critically. So critical thinking is not is an impediment for me.
Well, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So, did modern education, did it force down your throat to be non-vegetarian, to do bad activities? Can you blame all of that to education? Because I think that's quite a big assumption. I mean, that's quite a big generalized statement. Because yeah, you can't blame everything on education. We all have decisions that we make and things that we are affected by our upbringing, nature versus nurture, all that sort of discussion points, right? I understand what the point you're making. I don't want to make my points again. So, but I'll just say one thing, that Dipak Prabhu, the point that he mentioned, and also Om Prabhu, both of their points are, in my opinion, and please correct me if I'm wrong, a bit more towards what we want you to think about. Like what Deepak Prabhu was saying, I thought especially is a good point. It's slightly closer to the points that I want you to think about. We don't want you to think about from a surface point of view. That's what I mean. And Om Prabhu as well. Some of the points that he made about rishis, but that point is correct. That even back then we had rishis, right? And if you, for example, read the Surya Siddhanta, which Srila Prabhupada has very factually and technically explained in the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There are, without wasting more time, but the ancient Vedic astrologers, basically, they have the dimensions of the solar system, etc., etc. Stuff that NASA now is only now understanding, and it's exactly the same dimensions as what was written thousands of years ago, right? So our rishis were educated then too, right? But it's so that point, it's not that they were not educated, but there's a difference there. So that's what we have to think about there. That's all. Not that education is wrong. That's all.
Thank you. Devotees have written some points here. Let me just read those points. I think we are getting a little stale now in the discussions. Paul Prabhu is saying that modern education doesn't promise God consciousness. It just gives us a launch pad for the world. It turns you into an explorer. It's up to you where you want to go from there. The complexity of biological system or the world around us are known to us by modern education. These help us appreciate the design and intelligence of a creator. Thank you. Pradhan Prabhu writes, education is not just about schools and universities. Learning is a personal process that has been happening for centuries, and it can happen anywhere through self-study, experience, and interactions with others. Also, it has just become a standard. Take English, it had become a standard. It has become a standard. It may have been some other language. For the religion point, as Krishna Prabhu has said, it's about our personal choices. The teachings of religion are not wrong. People who are doing wrong are their choices. God consciousness does not teach anything wrong. That's correct. Thank you very much, all Prabhus. So we see, now we have to conclude this. It's 2 hours now. Okay. So what we studied, we started off by saying that big degrees, okay, are impediments to one's spiritual life, Krishna consciousness. Okay, that is our main point, universal degree. So we should agree, now that there is no more points from you guys, that no, it's not the case. It's not an impediment to spiritual life, big degrees. You can have big degrees and you can be Krishna conscious, God conscious too. What's the difficulty? You can't blanket permit to say that no, God consciousness is no, as Prabhupada writes here, to say that big knowledge is, because knowledge is taken away by illusion, universities are simply presenting impediments in the path of God consciousness. It's a sweeping statement. So either you agree or you don't agree. So far you try to agree with this statement, so you're not able to prove a single point. All of you are beating around the bush, as Krishna said. We said, no, education is needed to become critical thinker and become God conscious. All of you are saying that. Who's saying not? But you cannot say that big education, big degrees is wrong, is Maya, is illusion. So what are you arguing about? Now raise a hand and show us you agree with us or not. Education helped us to become Krishna conscious. Who are still not doing it? Then you cannot, if you are going to be just egoistic like this, you have to prove it, okay? All right. All right. Who's not there? Om Prabhu is not raising the hand. Deva Prabhu is not raising the hand. Varun Prabhu is not raising the hand. Pradhan Prabhu is not raising the hand. Devanshi Mata is not raising the hand. Although everything has been proved. You know, you're not going to marry a pauper. You're not going to marry this. You know, we say money is important. All these things to all of you, but nobody is raising the hands. Come on. We are education. How can you do this? Is it only your ego which is stopping you from raising your hand? Then you give us a right clear point. We think education helped you to become a critical thinker. And you cannot blanketly permit value you needed. So give up education. That's what I'm saying. Renounce your education degree. When the Quit India movement was happening against the British, all the students gave away their university degrees. Correct? They gave away. So you give up the degrees. That's what we're telling you. Give up the degrees. Deepak Prabhu, you give up your mechanical engineering. Go and tell your parents, I'm not a mechanical engineer from now onwards. Oh, he joined us. Very nice. Very good. Varun Prabhu, you go and tell your parents, I'm no longer a mechanical engineer. From today, no, keep your hands up, Deepak Prabhu. Keep your hands up, hands up, hands up. Fully. Close your ear. Yeah. Varun Prabhu, so go and tell your parents and the whole world that I'm no longer a mechanical engineer. I'm not going to earn any money with mechanical engineering. Thank you very much. I want to tell this, yes or no. Think before it. Om Prabhu, you do the same thing. Go and tell your parents and everybody, I'm not a mechanical engineer anymore. I'm giving up everything. I just want to become Krishna conscious. I become Krishna conscious. Thank you very much. Please do it. Put your money where your mouth is. Oh, thank you. Pradhan Prabhu has joined us. Very good, very good. So nice to see you. So now only 3 people are holding it. Devanshi Mataji, go and tell your parents that my MBA degree is wrong. I'm not want to become MBA. I'm giving up everything. Full stop. Even a job which you have got is wrong job. I'm giving up my job also. Do it. Suchi Mataji, raise your hands. Hand should be raised. Like, yeah, that's right. That's right. Put it up. Everybody should be seeing this hand. The hand straight. Hand should be raised straight. Close to your face. Everybody should see it. We can't see your hand. Yeah, that's right. Come on. Become my disciples. Om, boom, 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 boom. I'm a big sadhu now. I have a special mantra. Om, boom, 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 boom. You're just wasting time. It's 7 o'clock already. It's 8 o'clock already. Okay. No problem. So, Om Prabhu, in previous cities also they taught education, but in Sanskrit language. All right? You should know this. It is English language now. Okay. And they taught everything, philosophy, Everything was taught. Chemistry, biology, business, politics, administration, everything was taught. Krishna was taught the same thing, was learned the same. I had learned this. So Prabhupada are wrong. But don't put your hands down, put it up. Don't place your hair. Set your hands like this, close to your face. Yes. Who three are there? Only three of you. Only three of you are holding up. Okay. No problem.
Prabhuji, we can no longer present arguments, right? We can't like. I'm
Oh,
asking.
what did you do for 2 hours? I'm saying that give it up. You give up education. All I'm saying is give up education degrees. That's it. I'm not saying anything else. We are saying education has helped you to go Krishna conscious. You said no. I said okay, give it up. Give it up. You're not even doing this.
Sorry, I'm just trying to understand. So, what is the point that they're disputing now? Is that education has?
No, they are not disputing anything. They just don't want to put their hands up. They're just being egoists.
Sorry, no, I'm just.
Education helped you to become Krishna conscious. They're saying no. They're saying okay, then give up education system. Give up education. Give up your degrees. They're saying no. So I do not know. This is not discussion anymore. It's become stale now.
Yeah, it's yes or no. Impediment. What does impediment
Yes
mean?
or no? What's the impediment? Yes or no?
What does impediment mean?
Impediment means it doesn't make you Krishna conscious.
No, but the word impediment
Obstruction.
means oh, it's an
It's an
obstacle.
Obstacle to become Krishna conscious.
An obstacle. So education was an obstacle for you guys to become Krishna consciousness. Krishna conscious, sorry.
So, how are they Krishna conscious then?
That's
They're
right. You're
all
already
educated.
That's right. You're already educated. You should not become Krishna conscious.
Having an obstacle does not mean that I can't overcome it, but it is an obstacle nonetheless. That's the point. That there have like
Don't start an argument. You give up education system. Give up education or don't give education. Varun ji, Divanshi ji, and Om ji. Okay? Up to you. 10 more seconds now, and then we close this point. We'll assume that you don't have any arguments there. You cannot say this, you can't say that, so you have all become my disciples. I'll give you all my disciples. All my blessings are there. Om boom 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 boom. All my blessings are there. I'll have one big broom and put broom on all of you. Boom 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 boom. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. If you don't do it, you'll be automatically done. 2, 1, and 0. Okay, all right, 3 of you, that's done. Okay, we're done, full stop. So next week, we are going to prove that education, you don't require education at all. Education is actually an impediment. University degree is an impediment to become Krishna conscious. You three have not given any argument so far on this point. Okay, just been just egoistic. So fine, no problem. You prove it to all of us. Okay, but you've not done anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All glories to all of you. Very nice. But next week, we are going to have the role reversed. We will say that education actually is an impediment in becoming Krishna conscious. Modern day university degrees is an impediment to become Krishna conscious, God conscious. Is it okay? I'm not mincing my words. I'm not beating around the bush like this. Prabhupada written this, right? So we are speaking that. Is it okay, all of you? All three of my angry friends? See, in Maori language, an enemy is not called an enemy. Of course, you are not our enemies. You all are close to us, our heart. You know? But even the enemy, they call it my angry friend. You know? So all our friends, you know, three of you, no problem. We grant you with it. You know, I still will give you our initiation by me, or boom, 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 boom. All three has been given by, you know, the broom is given to you. But next week, we are going to say education is an impediment. university degree in God consciousness. We're not going to beat around the bush. Who's going to say that? Who's going to agree? Who's going to fight about with me? Suchi Madhuri, I agree on education, not modern education only. Okay, now don't change the points now. It's over. You got the point. We'll come to this point. Next week, now, we are going to debate on this. University, big university degrees. The point Prabhupada is writing here is this, that presently many people are interested in receiving degrees from big universities, but education without God consciousness is simply an expansion of Maya's influence. Because knowledge is taken away by illusion, the universities are simply presenting impediments on the path of God consciousness. The living entity is already illusion. When he comes into this material world, so-called advanced education simply increases his illusion. So we are going to say this, that Prabhupada are right. University degrees make you not God conscious. Okay. Who is for it? Who is against? Of course, those who are naturally for will become naturally against, become for. Krishna, are you with me or not? You don't know. You're with me, right? Two of us. Who else is with me? My wife is also with me. Very good. Otherwise, I thought my food would be stopped in the home prasada. You know, prasada will go if she's fighting against me. Who is against? Who is with me there tomorrow for next week? Sanjeev Prabhu is also with me. Sushi Matari, wow. Padma Prabhu is also very good. Divanshi Matari is also there. Very good. So all of us, Om Prabhu is also there. We're going to fight. There's no beating around the bush. Modern education degree is an impediment in God consciousness. Prabhupada, are absolutely correct. All right. Others are against it.
Sorry, can I be against? Sorry, Hare Krishna.
You want to become against?
Yeah, I want to keep my position of against.
No. Change the position. We change the role, reversal of the role.
Okay.
The idea is that we can see from all angles. Okay. And something will be helping us in our own understanding, basically, in our preaching. Okay. That is the whole idea. And more we are honest, better it is without ego. Is that all right? Thank you very much. Just unmute yourselves and let's clap hands. Do you ever want to say something?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I want to ask, like, what education is? Education is really about reading or writing? Can you define
No,
education?
university
That
degree.
anything more?
University degree. Let's stick to our university degree education.
University degree.
Education. Prabhupada writing that, let's stick to that. Nothing else.
So how can I think upon that? Like, today we discussed on read and write, right? Like,
University degrees, education.
okay, I'll think.
Now it's over. We can't discuss this now. It's done.
Yes.
Function completed. Okay. Right. So open your switch on, unmute yourselves and clap your hands for a good debate. Hare Krishna. Unmute yourselves. Let's hear this. Hare Krishna. Well done. We came out in one piece rather than yeah. Not battered and bruised. All right. So wonderful. Very good. All arguments which you have given about that Pani Puri Indian sweets and all, we're going to use that. Okay? It's going to be a very good debate because I'm going to roll up my sleeves and let us you also roll up your sleeves who are against and we'll see who wins. Okay? Wonderful. Is it a good idea? First of all, it's a good idea to have another reversal of the role next week. Yeah, don't now nod your head. Say yes or no. Can't see you.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Today I was a little slow. I was a little forgiving because you had a bit difficult topic on this. Next week it's going to be easy for you guys. It's going to be tough for me and our team. Okay, so we're going to come out roaring, attacking. All right. So make your points. Those are with us. So who are in our team? The Prabhupada, right? Please raise your hands again, please. I remember this. Red light. Okay. Thank you. Wonderful. Anjali Mata, you enjoyed?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, very nice. Very good to hear. All right. So next week, role reverse, and we'll have a big fight. Come up with nice points and arguments just like we did, and then we should have a good good showdown. Not sorry, not showdown, but good argument. It can be a showdown, but we'll avoid it because we are very educated people. You see, we are very educated people. We're very sophisticated people. Right, right, right. We are not very good, very money oriented. We're not interested in money at all. Yeah. Money is very bad. You see, money is greed. We don't want money. All right, thank you very much. So whose turn is it now to sing Maharaj? Maharaj, please hear us. Is it my turn?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Who's this Mataji? Oh, हरे कृष्णा कैसे हैं आप सुभद्रा जी?
मैं ठीक हूँ प्रभु जी, आप कैसे हैं?
I'm very nice. Thank you very much. हम भी ठीक है. माधव जी कैसे हैं आप? ठीक है?
मैं ठीक हूँ प्रभु जी.
वेरी नाइस. बहुत अच्छे. हिंदी बोला कीजिए, ठीक है ना, घर पर. अगर आप पंजाबी बोलो या हरियाणवी बोलो तो वो अच्छी बात है, और भी अच्छी बात है, ठीक है ना. चलिए मैचली बोलना एक्शन के साथ. 1 2 3 स्टार्ट.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us.
Maharaj, Maharaj, please hear us.
We have learned some real good stuff.
We have learned some real good stuff.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
Maharaj, we have learned one thing.
And today for you we will sing.
And today for you we will sing.
If our room is clean,
If our room is clean,
then our mind is clean.
then our mind is clean.
If our mind is clean,
If our mind is clean,
then we can do anything.
we can do anything.
If our room is dirty,
If our room is dirty,
then so are we.
then so are we.
And if we are dirty,
And if we are dirty,
we're not happy.
we're not happy.
Wasting time.
Wasting time
Is the greatest crime.
is the greatest crime.
Because wasted time.
Because wasted time
Means a wasted mind.
means a wasted
So
mind.
best use your time.
So best use your time
When you're in your prime.
when you're in your prime.
And your whole life.
And your whole life
Will be sublime.
will be sublime.
If your wealth is gone.
If your wealth is gone,
Then there is nothing wrong.
then there is nothing wrong.
But if your health is gone.
But if your health is gone,
Then that's a different song.
that's a different song.
If your character dies.
If your character dies,
World will cry.
then the world will cry.
Only saintly behavior.
Only saintly behavior
Let humanity thrive.
lets humanity thrive.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
We must always remember Krishna.
We must always remember Krishna
And never forget him too.
and never forget him too.
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
But how are we to practice this with so many things to do?
That is the greatest question.
That is the greatest question.
And here's the greatest clue.
And here is the greatest clue.
You must learn to act so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
You must learn to work so nicely that Krishna remembers you.
So listen very closely.
So listen very closely
And make your thinking sharp.
and make your thinking sharp.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
Let's learn how we can live and work so Krishna won't depart.
Some things do tomorrow.
There's something to do tomorrow.
Finish it today.
Finish it today.
Whatever's due today.
Whatever's due today,
Do it now. Don't delay.
do it now, don't delay.
Your friends might be lazy.
Your friends might be lazy
Or doing bad things.
or doing bad things,
But you think again.
but you think again,
Don't follow them.
don't follow them,
And you will win in the end.
and you will win in the end.
Whatever work we're given.
Whatever work we're given,
We do our very best.
we do our very best.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
We only live with what we need and give Krishna the rest.
This is not to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, you'll say Krishna every day.
This is not to live, to work and to play. You learn to live this way, you'll see Krishna every day.
And when our time is up, you'll
Take
us
us
up above. We're singing out with him with a heart full of love.
And when our time is up, he'll take us up above. We're singing up to him with a heart full of love.
To chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame, the only way this world will ever become sane.
To chant Krishna's name, his glories and his fame, the only way this world will ever become sane.
Now please ask this greatest question.
Now please ask this question
And find this greatest clue.
and find this greatest clue.
You can only remember Krishna.
You can only remember Krishna.
If Krishna remembers you.
If Krishna remembers you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
yes.
I just remember, I just changed my plan. Next week, only me, Krishnadas, and my wife, and probably Parth. He joined, he was not there last week, but he immediately joined us. But I think now you become opposite now. Okay? All of you will change your position. You all wanted, you say Prabhupada right, now you will say Prabhupada wrong. Okay? So only 3 of us who said Prabhupada were wrong will become Prabhupada right. So it is a role reversal. So you think from another point of view. This is how we make things. Okay? We can think clearly. Is it okay, all of you? Right? Please, this is what our plan is. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai.
Jai.
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Krishananda Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Jai.
Jai.
Krishna Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Mahavishnu Goswamiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine. Namo Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Kusayane. Nirvishesha Devadi Paschatya Deshtani. Hare Krishna. So Krishna willing, we'll see you next week. Same place, same time. Till then, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you,
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.